All right, so I'm going to try to say this in a way that if you hear this, if you're reading this message, it's probably meant for you type stuff, right? Oh man, how do I say it? I'm just going to try to channel, I guess, whatever they talk about, like on that weird tip, where I allow free-flowing thoughts to come through uninterrupted and unjudged. So I just go that. Right. If you hear this message, it's probably because you're at that point where you don't know what to do anymore, and you're kind of stressing out, right? Like you kind of chewing your tongue a lot at I'll just say it. You're chewing your tongue a lot about all of the things that you've come to terms with in the last year. Everything, and I'm being vague because I'm talking about a very core thing that still counts for a lot of stuff. I'm talking about trauma. I'm talking about that thing that we all kind of know what it took to bring us to that point. To the point, the thing that we got so bothered by, so traumatized by, that it brought us to a point where we are conceptualizing things like giving up or hurting someone, bringing ourselves to that edge, and then not having the strength to restrain from grabbing the bottle, from punching the wall, from the animalistic act in which to diminish our frustration. I don't want to get off on a tangent. I have ADHD. I've been under a lot of stress in the last year as I came to the realization and then came to terms with my reality. The world isn't as fluffy as I thought it was, but it's not that. It's the world isn't the way that I had painted it to be. There is an honesty to it, and in that honesty, there is beauty if you know what to look for. Getting off on a tangent again. But this message is for you. Did you make it? This message is for everybody who doesn't feel like they made it, but they feel close and they just need confirmation. They just need confirmation that they're almost at a breakthrough, that they're on the right path, that they're doing the right thing, that they are still making the best decisions despite all the shit they're going through. I'm gonna tell you, do you still hold core values that protect the lives of people that are innocent and true? If they do, then you're on the right fucking path, man. Like, did you, in this moment of strain over the last 365 days, did you diminish anything inside you that isn't the purest of kindness that you can think of? Did you fill any parts of your soul with hate? Or did you fill it with understanding, intelligence, compassion, forgiveness, perspective, if you did any of those things instead of falling deeper down the well, I'm telling you, this is your confirmation, buddy. You made it. But there's so much more work to be done. And you know that now. Because you knew that when you made it. I know this sounds crazy, but the message is for someone who can understand the subtext of what I'm talking about. Are you smart enough? Are you at that frequency? Did you do your homework? Have you waken up? If you have, I need help. I need help to move this ball along. We all have trauma. From the moment that we were born, it was a traumatic event. This is science. We all know it to be true. Somewhere along the line, we were given so much wealth in information that on a very basic and fundamental level, we have forgot why we do what we do. We no longer teach our children how to understand, look for, and decipher the underlining subtext that goes on in societal conversation. So much so that we have allowed ourselves to become more susceptible to subliminal messaging than we ever have before. So much so that an individual of high intelligence can decipher the underlining subtext of what I'm saying, and others can't. It'll come off as gibberish or even confusing. Some people will even be led down a road that says, quite frankly, exactly what I wanted it to say. They will go down a narrative that I laid out, and they will be left in a rabbit hole somewhere around minute 6, even though it's minute 8.5. What I'm saying is, it's time that everybody who woke up gets confirmation that they are doing the right thing. That in some weird fucking way, all of the planets are aligning. And it's never been more important to look at the stars. It's kind of been a big deal for about since humans have been humaning. And now that I'm aware of this, I don't like the flavor of this soup. It's missing something, guys. It's missing a little stardust. Well, yeah. So for anybody who can catch that, anybody who is smart enough, clever enough, you don't have to be. No, man, you gotta be smart. Intelligence is more important than ever because it'll allow you to have awareness and to be able to think in a dimension higher than the 3-dimensional. This is all making sense. Yo, I don't know, guys. I got a mission in life, and that mission is to help people with their trauma. It's fairly straightforward. You reach out to me, and we'll talk if you need to. Why? Because it's just talking. I'll listen, but I love talking. Give it a shot.